last.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Donna Fiesel, and I'm your host of The Edge on IC Radio, your source for news and entertainment. You can also find us on television, channel 182 on Charter Communications, and Abundant Television, which is found on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. We're going to talk a little bit about mold. Yeah, possibilities of mold in your home. And I found a really good article, and I found this actually through the Extension Service through Auburn University. And it's about mold and moisture, should you be concerned. And this comes true not only in old houses, but new ones as well. I have some friends who lived in Oxford, Alabama, bought a brand spanking new home, and within just a year, they found mold. And everybody in the neighborhood had to move out. And it was because of the way the house was built, basically on water. It was real damp, mushy kind of an area. And so, it's not only old houses, it can happen to new houses as well. So I found this article, and I think it's really good, and I think we need to know more about mold. I actually worked at a radio station locally a few years ago and actually developed asthma and from the mold in the cigarettes through there. So I can tell you firsthand, it's not fun. Okay. So anyway, I want to keep you safe though. So I'm going to give you some safeguards, some things you need to be thinking about if it's in your home or if it could be in your workplace. So most of us have seen mold or moisture around the home, but did you know that mold is actually alive? I learned these things when I actually found out I had asthma, and it grows on wet and damp surfaces, and it's often gray or it's black, but it can also be white, orange, or green, and it can grow out in the open on places like walls, clothes, and appliances, that kind of thing. But you may also find it in some hidden places. It could be in your drapes or your carpets, in the walls, and in your attics as well. Mold often smells musky, so there is a distinct smell to it. Mildew is a common name for mold as well. But if you live near the ocean or damp climate, there may be more mold in your home than in homes in absolute other places. So let's talk about that for a few minutes. Now, this is the way it works. Okay, mold produces spores. They're little tiny specks you can't see, and they do flow through the air. So when you breathe in mold spores, they get into your lungs, and this can cause health problems. Also, people with allergies to mold may have reactions that can include watery eyes, runny or stuffed up noses. It can be sneezing, itching, wheezing, trouble breathing. It can also give you headaches, and you can just be tired. Mold can even trigger asthma attacks, and that's what happened to me. Now, we're learning more about the health problems according to this article right here. And some molds can cause severe health problems in some people, but scientists disagree about what the problems are. Now, mold can almost be everywhere, but it's not healthy to live near where mold is growing. Because mold needs moisture to grow, try to keep your home and everything in it dry. There are some places you might find mold. Okay, this is number one probably right here. Is in the bathrooms, especially around the shower or the tub, and on the walls, the ceiling, or the floors. And I was really surprised we didn't have mold in this house. So Phil is renovating one of the rooms. It used to be an original bathroom to this house, and when he tore it open, there was rotten wood all over. And of course, we had mold tests done. I was really shocked we did not have mold. But anyway, we hadn't used that bathroom in years anyway. Now, in wet or damp basements, could be found there, and crawl spaces. It could be around a leaky bathroom and in kitchen sinks. It could be in attics under leaking roofs. If you got a leaking roof, make sure you get that fixed just as soon as possible. It could grow on wet clothes that are not dried all the way. When we work outside and in the garden, you're going to get wet, spraying the garden down, that kind of thing. And so what we always do is change clothes immediately when we come into the house, and going ahead and throw the wet clothes into the washer. You need to do that. That's for your own health reasons. It could be on windowsills and walls where condensation collects. It could be in closets. It could be under wallpaper or carpet. It could actually be in your air conditioner. Didn't know that. Now, it's important to fix any moisture problem in your home right away because mold can actually grow fast, and it's not best to wait. To stop mold from growing, quickly dry or throw away anything that has gotten wet. I know we used to have some things in a storage unit here in this area. I had to take everything out of the storage unit. Somebody had broken into it. Wasn't a good thing. And it happened to be, of course, on a rainy day. So we had a lot of clothes and a lot of things in the storage unit right here in Geraldine. And for health reasons, we decided to go ahead and take everything out. Okay, now, how's your family health? Now, does anyone have allergies or asthma? Does anyone in the home always seem to have a cold and runny nose, wheezing, coughing, or do they have headaches a lot? Now, do these problems go away when they leave the home for a while? That might be your red flag right there. Are there infants, children, or elderly living in the household? Now, how can you tell if mold is growing in your home? Okay, you can see mold. Can you see mold growing anywhere? Is there mildew growing on clothes or towels? Does any part of the house, apartment, or your house or apartment smell musky or moldy? Again, you'll know the smell. Do you see color changes on the walls or the floors that you can't wipe off? Is there mildew in your home that can cause mold to grow? How has any part of your home ever been flooded? Ours hasn't. It steps up pretty high off the ground in the back. Has there been a water leak or overflow? Has the carpet gotten wet or stayed damp for more than 24 hours? That's another red flag. For one thing, we had all the carpet taken out of this house when we moved in. And I don't know, there's something, my grandmother used to have this thing about carpet. She would say, I just don't think it's as clean as a hardwood floor. And I can kind of see where she's coming from now. Okay, can you see moisture on walls or ceilings or windows? Do bathroom walls stay damp for a long time after a bath or a shower? And think about this. Do basement floor drains ever get clogged and hold water? You know, a lot of times, I know of this, people can have mold growing in their basement. And it gets through the air unit, through the air current, and then it can get through all parts of your house. Does your basement or roof leak when it rains? Check out the attic floor. Does anyone use a humidifier? Now, does water collect in the drain pan under the refrigerator or air conditioner? Do you use unvented space heaters? Is there a crawl space under the house? Do you live in a humid climate? Here lately, as it's almost all of Alabama is a humid climate. Does rainwater drain toward your home's foundation? Now, if your home is raised, does water pool under it? Does the air in your home feel clammy or humid? That's another reason you might want to think that out. Now, here are some action steps, and we're going to talk about these, okay? Now, this is what you can do if you think you may have mold or moisture in your house. Use downspouts to direct rainwater away from the house and make sure the gutters are working. Slope the dirt away from your house's foundation. Make sure the dirt is lower 6 feet away from the house than it is next to it. Repair leaking roofs, walls, floors, or windows. Keep surfaces clean and dry. Wipe up spills and overflows right away. Store clothes and towels clean and dry. Do not let them stay wet in the laundry basket or the washing machine. And I'll tell you, as soon as we take our shower, as soon as we take a bath, we make sure we hang that bath towel up. That way it's not going to attract any kind of mold. Now, don't leave water in drip pans, basements, and air conditioners. You need to check the relative humidity in your home. You can buy a kit to do this at a home electronics or a hardware store. And stop using your humidifier if the relative humidity is more than 50%. If the humidity is high, don't keep a lot of houseplants. Wipe down shower walls with a squeegee or a towel after bathing or showering. Cut down on the steam in the bathroom while bathing or showering. Run a fan that is vented in the outside to open up a window. That's something that every bathroom needs anyway. This is probably bad in your kitchen. It's two of the wettest rooms in the house, especially the bathroom. Run a fan vented to the outside when you're cooking. Now, if you have a dryer, make sure it's vented to the outside. Use a humidifier, a dehumidifier, or an air conditioner to dry out damp areas. Now, if you use a humidifier, rinse it out with water every day. Every few days, follow the manufacturer's direction for cleaning it, or rinse it with a mix of 1/2 cup of chlorine bleach, sometimes called Clorox is a good brand, and 1 gallon of water. Okay, so that's a half a cup of chlorine bleach and 1 gallon of water. Now, when you use the air conditioner, use the auto fan setting. So that's important as well. Throw away any wet carpeting, cardboard boxes, insulation, and other things that have been wet for more than 2 days. Increase the airflow in problem areas. You need to open up the throw away the carpeting, I said that. Okay, open closet doors and move furniture away from outside walls where mold is growing. Move your furniture around every once in a while. I do that all the time anyway. Almost every time somebody comes to the studio, they go, wow, you've done something different again. Every time I come here, it changes. Okay, prevent moisture from collecting on windows by using storm windows. Now, if you live in an apartment, talk to your landlord about putting on storm windows. Keep people with asthma or allergies away from damp areas of your home. And you need to cover the window wells if they leak. Let's go ahead and go into a commercial break, and we're going to be right back in just a few minutes. We're going to talk a little bit more about mold. I care about your health. The Hatter Cafe and Country Inn is nestled in the northeast corner of Alabama the Beautiful in the delightful town of Mentone. We're located on top of scenic Lookout Mountain near Little River and DeSoto State Park and located only 5 minutes from shopping and restaurants. There is also a nearby community walking path and golf course. We welcome everyone through the doors, and we are committed to outstanding service for all guests. At the Hatter Cafe and Country Inn, we invite people from all walks of life to come and get away from it all, enjoy the open spaces, treetop views, fresh, clean air, and experience Southern hospitality at its finest. We look forward to hosting you. To reserve a special event, or if you would love a special getaway at the Country Inn, you can call us at 256-634-2018. At Liberty Bank, we're all about community. Whether it's to help with a charity fundraiser or help families in need, toys at Christmas, or a local football team, we're here for you. You see, we realize the importance of family. Sometimes it's to build a new home or necessary home repairs. We're here for you. If you like the feel of a small town bank with all the conveniences of a big city bank, we're here to serve you. You will find us at any of our convenient locations in DeKalb, Marshall, Etowah, and Blount counties in North Alabama. You can call and speak with any of our friendly staff at 256-659-2175 or check us out on the web at libertybankal.com. And thank you for your support of our community. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Jeff McCurdy of the McCurdy Law Firm has been a public service of this area for over 10 years. McCurdy, a member of the Henniger City Council, serves as prosecutor for the town of Sylvania and was named public defender for the city of Rainsville. The McCurdy Law Firm is located at 17326 Alabama Highway 75 in Henniger to better represent his Jackson and DeKalb County clients. If you need to be represented by a true public servant with proven success, call Jeff at 256-996-8701 or send a private email to mccurdylawfirm@gmail.com. No representation is made that the legal services performed is greater than the legal services performed by other lawyers. The only place I buy my beef is Lone Tree Ranch in Collinsville, Alabama. Their cattle is born and raised on their ranch, grass and grain-fed, and you can feel confident when you serve your family and friends because their beef is all natural and no antibiotics or hormones are added. You can buy whole beef or perhaps go in with family or friends and buy half. Their customer service is number one as they take care of the delivery to their local processor and can deliver to your home for a small added fee. They also offer herd replacement heifers. I always call Lone Tree Ranch in Collinsville, Alabama for my beef specialty recipes and cookouts, and you can too. Food shortages are increasing, so buy local by calling 256-523-6462. That's 256-523-6462. At Lamone's Mexican Restaurant, located in Henniger, Alabama, and voted Best Mexican Restaurant of DeKalb County, Alabama 2020, we're here to serve you with authentic Mexican cuisine. Order easily online by going to lamonsmex.com or call 256-657-3999 to place your order. We're open Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m., and Friday and Saturday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Whether you're celebrating a cozy date night for two or a celebration for a crowd, at Lamone's you'll love our atmosphere and friendly servers. Thank you for dining with Lamone's Mexican Restaurant. Good afternoon. We are back. My name is Donna, and I'm your host of The Edge on IC Radio, your source for news and entertainment. You can also find us on television, channel 182 on Charter Communications. Abundant Television, which is found on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. We are back. We're talking about mold and moisture. Had a lot of rain here lately, so a lot of folks have been talking about coughing. You have to wonder if there's mold involved. That's always one of the first things you think of. And of course, we're in the springtime of the year as well, so that can bring into a little bit as well. It almost feels like the month of April was March, did it to you? It was kind of cold and it was kind of damp, and it just kind of played around with everybody's asthma if they had it in their lungs. Okay, so we're talking about action steps, some things you can do if you think you may have mold, or if you don't have mold, but you have a lot of moisture in your home. Now, after cleaning up mold, use a high-efficiency HEPA, it's H-E-P-A vacuum, or air cleaner. That may help get rid of some mold spores in the air. You might be able to borrow a HEPA vacuum. Call your local or state health department to ask if they can let you borrow that. And I'm going to mention this again. Okay, so this is a HEPA vacuum. That's H-E-P-A. And you may be able to borrow one from your local state health department. All you got to do is call them and ask. If you have an area of mold greater than 15 square feet, it's best to hire a professional to get rid of it. You can also find them listed in the telephone book under fire and water damage restoration. Okay, check that out. Clean up mold with a mixture of laundry detergent or dishwashing soap and water or chlorine bleach with soap or water. Do not mix chlorine bleach with any other product that could contain ammonia. Okay, that's going to really send you into Never Never Land. If you think mold may be causing your family health problems, you need to see a doctor. And take it from me, you need to. Okay, how do you clean up mold? Okay, first of all, you need to protect yourself. It's hard to wear a mask when you have asthma, but you really do need to wear one when you're trying to clean up anyway. So protect yourself from cleaning up mold. Wear long sleeves and pants, shoes and socks, rubber gloves and goggles to protect your eyes. Now open a window to let in fresh air while you're working. Absolutely. One of my friends one time was cleaning her bathroom, and her husband found her laying down on the floor where she had passed out. Thank God he got there early. And what happened is she had been cleaning the floors, but she used a combination of bleach and ammonia, and it knocked her out for a loop. She's okay, but she did pass out. So she's a very strong-willed, works out every day and that kind of thing. So if it could do it to her, it could do it to us as well. Throw away things like carpet or mattresses, wallboard, like some drywall, man, it can collect mold like crazy. And also ceiling tile, insulation, and cardboard boxes that have been wet for more than 2 days. Just throw them away. It's not worth losing your health. Wrap anything you're going to throw away in plastic to stop the mold from spreading. Cleaning up mold puts the spores in the air, so it's a good idea to wear a respirator. And do keep small children, elderly, and sick people, and anyone with allergies or asthma away while you're doing that cleanup. Okay, we're still talking about action steps, and we're talking about mold and moisture. I want to keep you around, okay? So we're talking about that where it is the season, okay? People are doing a lot of cleaning, and we've had just a lot of issues with rain. I mean, it's rained like crazy here lately. Okay, so action steps are clean hard surfaces with a mixture of laundry detergent or dishwashing soap and water. You may have to scrub it with a brush. Rinse the area with clean water and dry quickly by wiping away the water, and make sure you have a fan in there, okay? You got to have some air circulation going on. Rinse the area with clean water and dry quickly by wiping away the water and using a fan. Chlorine bleach will kill the mold growing on surfaces. It does not kill mold spores in the air, however. And dead mold can still cause allergic reactions if you use bleach. Just make sure that you follow these steps. So you need to scrub the surface first with water and detergent. Then what you'll do is water down the chlorine bleach. Use about 1 cup of bleach to about 10 cups of water. So don't put it on there full force, okay? That's going to knock you for a loop as well. And you don't need to be breathing that in. Okay, spray or sponge the bleach on the moldy area. Leave it on for about 15 minutes. Then rinse the area and dry it quickly. Now I'm going to repeat this. Never mix chlorine bleach with products that contain ammonia or acids, because it can make a deadly gas, okay? And it could make you pass out, and I don't want you to do that. Keep chlorine bleach out of the reach of pets and children. Remember, chlorine bleach takes the color out of most fabrics and rugs, so be careful not to splash, and don't wear your good clothes. Absolutely. Now, the Cooperative Extension Service or your local or state health department can provide more information on mold. Some home insurance policies will pay to fix mold damages, so you need to check with them. Fire and water damage restoration professionals can help you fix the damage. So cleaning up a big mold problem may cost several thousands of dollars or more. So check with your insurance agency and see if they'll take care of that. Now, what about testing for mold? Okay, you may have heard the so-called toxic molds that can cause severe health problems. This may cause worry if you know that mold is growing in your home, so see your doctor if you think mold is causing health problems for you or your family. Many experts agree that health problems come from the length of time you've been contacted with the mold and the amount of mold in your home than the time of the mold in your home. So no matter what kind of mold you have, you need to get rid of it and fix the moisture problems that help make it grow. Some experts think it's better to spend your time and money on cleaning up the problem than on testing. So act quickly to get rid of the mold and the moisture by allowing the action steps in this chapter. Okay, so let's talk just for a few more minutes about looking up. These are some, when in doubt, you need to really check this stuff out, okay? And really, it's best that you're going ahead and check it out than not. What if you wait too late, okay? And I don't want you to do that. Now, you need to check out your county extension office. You need to look them up in the telephone book. And most of them have a Facebook page anyway, so you can go ahead and get in contact with them. Your local or state health department, look that up in your telephone book. You can also Google it. Now, the U.S. Department Protection Agency, the EPA, and there's some really, really good articles in that as well. I'll give you that website. It's www.epa.gov/mold. Now, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, the CDC, and you'll find more information about mold in this one. It's www.cdc.gov/health/mold.html. California, in case you're listening to me from California right now, California Indoor Air Quality Program, that there is actually a worksheet on this particular one, but you could use it too. It doesn't matter where you live. And it's www.cal- not underscore, but a dash, iaq.org. Do a / IAQ sheet.htm. Now, there's another real good website right here. It's the Health House. And what you can do is look that up on www.healthhouse.org. Now, if you would like to have more information about healthy indoor air for America's homes, you can call or you can go to the website. The telephone number, if you'd like to give them a call, is 406, that's the area code, 406 994 3451. And you can also go to the website, which is healthyindoorair.org. That's healthyindoorair.org. I always get kind of nervous about some of the schools that they're building right now that have no windows in them. I know when we went to school, the teachers would raise the windows, we would get fresh air. As soon as spring would come, she'd spring open those doors and windows, and we would be able to breathe some fresh air. But I'm not seeing a whole lot of fresh air. Now, if you don't have windows and you're not able to raise the windows in a particular room, at least get air circulating, and also make sure that you change out the air vents and the filters. Make sure you do that quite often. If you open up the vent, and they're easy to do nowadays. You have to get the right size, by the way. I don't know how many times I've been to Lowe's, one of our sponsors, and get the wrong size. And also, it's worth paying just a little bit extra and paying to get some real good ones too. One time I came back buying the cheapest filters they had over there, and they were bending. I mean, like Phil was tearing them up trying to put them into the system. So I said, let me just go back and get the good ones. So it's worth paying a couple of dollars more to get the good ones. Absolutely. But I do care about you. So let's go over a couple more steps again and about your home health. And if you have questions, you can always send those to me, and I'll do my best to get the right answers for you. You can send a text my way to 256-659-4319. You can also send an email to Donna at donnasedge.com, and I'll be glad to get those answered for you. I'll go ahead and refer these questions to the health department, and they'll be able to come up with some real good answers for you too. But if you think there might be moisture in your home, I want you to look out for any part of your home that has been flooded. One of our friends actually had a washer and dryer upstairs, and what was interesting is this one, we've always had a two-story house, except for this house right here. And I was always nervous about having a washer and a dryer upstairs, because something's going to happen and I'm going to cause it to overflow, whatever. It would be my fault. Then it's going to go from downstairs, from upstairs to the downstairs. You really need to get that checked out. You need to get it dried as quick as possible. Have some fans going on it, okay? Because, again, I want to keep you safe. But I want you to check out and see if there are any color changes on the walls or the floors that you can't wipe off, okay? And then also, if there's any part of your house or apartment that smells musky or kind of moldy, you'll know that distinct odor, okay? And is there mildew growing on your clothes or towels? Wash those as soon as you possibly can. Don't let them set for more than 24 hours. And also, if you think you see mold growing anywhere, but again, use your nose for a guide, because that could be the telltale sign. Okay, if you have any leaks in the house, that can cause the mold as well. So make sure you get those things checked out. Okay, oh, and also check with your insurance company. I wanted to mention that to you again. It's a possibility they can pay to get that could possibly be on your insurance policy. And if you'll just call your insurance company and just ask them if they can add a rider onto that as well. It's time for us to go. Thank you so much for watching The Edge on IC Radio. We are your source for news and information. You can also find us on television, channel 182 on Charter Communications, and Abundance Television, which is found on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. Again, thank you so much for watching. You mean a lot to me. I want you to make sure you don't have mold in your house, okay? You take care. I'll see you in a few.